you got sparkle and twang in your life? No? Would you like some? Well, all you got to do is go down to Cheeky Monkey for February 1st Friday. Just announced Scott Manery and the Barnburners will be performing for the First Friday event from 7 to 9 p.m. The band has got a new CD called Believe Me When I Lie to You. Great title, by the way. And they've got 3 CDs previously as well. They'll be performing music from all their albums. But once again, Believe Me When I Lie to You, Scott Manery and the Barnburners for February 1st Friday. They were also recently featured in a story online at lambtonshield.com. So check them out, and looking forward to that. And I hope they play one of my favorites, The Railroad Man. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. We're at episode 220. It's hard. Time just really flies by. January's almost over. But we're still a great year to look forward to coming up ahead, right? Just before we get started, I'd like to welcome one of our new sponsors to the show, David Noel from Investors Group. Thank you, David, for your support here of the show and the Video Show Network. And we'll be talking with David coming up in future episodes about money, and how you should be teaching your children about money. But once again, coming up in future episodes. But thank you once again, David Noel, for all your support here on the show. All right, well, let's get out to the entertainment scene. Whiskey fans, you are going to love this. Did you know that Canada has one of the world's best whiskeys voted for 2016? And there's a whole lot about whiskey you maybe don't know about. But Bill Franks is chairman of the Canadian College for Whiskey Knowledge. Say that 5 times fast. And a special event coming up Saturday, January the 23rd. Dave's going to talk all about that. So let's go out to the entertainment scene with our friend Bill Franks. The entertainment scene is brought to you by the Station Music Hall. Visit them online at thestationmusichall.com. Well, this week on the entertainment scene, something a little different for entertainment, but I think you're going to really enjoy this. This is my new friend over here. I met him a little while ago. His name is Bill Franks. You could say some have the world on their shoulders, but you're holding on to it. Thanks for being here, Bill.
My delight, my delight.
Yes, you've got a really interesting event. You are a whiskey connoisseur, so to speak.
Well, more of an enthusiast.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this special event you got coming up, but let's get some of the background on your involvement in this world and the Whisky Bible.
Well, the Whisky Bible is written by a man named Jim Murray. That's why I'm holding up this world, because he designates a whiskey to be the world's best whiskey.
Right.
And for 2016, this whiskey...
This is the one.
This is the one. This is Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye. Almost impossible to get, but I'm pleased to say we'll be serving some at the whiskey event called Celebrating Canadian Whiskies.
Right.
January 23rd.
Yeah, going to be here at Memorable Moments downtown.
Yes.
And let's just kind of go through for those that maybe don't understand. You can go ahead and put that down and talk to us about what's going to happen at the event. It's not just a bunch of people sitting around drinking whiskey, but go a little further into it than that.
Well, maybe some people have been to the things at the LCBO where you have more of a tutored tasting. Like you sit down and you're given an ounce of whiskey, and then they talk about where it's from and what the tasting notes are from people like Jim Murray and other experts in the field.
Right.
And they call it nosing it. You get the aroma of the whiskey, and then take a little sip, and you take a few notes yourself, what you think of it. And then you maybe, if you're going to have a whiskey after that, you rinse your mouth out with a bit of water, eat some bread, that kind of thing, cleanse the palate. Or you may have something that'll enhance the next whiskey, maybe a bit of chocolate or something else. And then you try the next whiskey and write your notes down. It's hard work.
Right.
And then at the end, you'll decide amongst the 6 whiskeys that you've been given which one is the one you like the best, and you vote on it. And then we tally everybody's vote, and we declare our own best whiskey of the basement. I guess.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So there's a social aspect to this as well, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody getting together and sharing a common interest in this whiskey tasting.
Yeah. It's very social, and we'll have music. We have live music. Steve Chadwick's playing guitar. He does
great.
Jazz and blues. He's quite a good guitarist. And there'll also be a cash bar for those that think that, well, gee, I'm used to having a bit of a beer with my whiskey. So once we've done the tasting. And we'll also have some time in the middle of our tasting to look at what's called a whiskey life list. This is an application that was developed for the Canadian College of Whiskey Knowledge.
Okay.
And this is how you can go on your app and input those tasting notes.
Oh, is that right?
So they won't get lost.
There's an app for that.
There's an app for that. That's important because, there's thousands and thousands of whiskeys out
Yes,
there.
absolutely.
We should get you as an honorary member of the College of Whiskey Knowledge.
It wouldn't be hard to talk me into that. That's Crown Royal is one of my favorites, actually, but I'm open to others. Name some of the other ones that you really enjoy.
Of Canadian whiskeys, there's so many, there's a whole lineup of ones from 40 Creek,
Right.
which is just over in Grimsby Way.
Yeah.
And we've got, of course, the Weiser's 18-year-old. We have a single malt whiskey that's being made out in Nova Scotia, a Glenora Rare, and we have some of that for the evening. We have some really good ones. And there's one called the Dark Horse that I like surprise people with because they look at it, and it is a dark color.
Yeah.
But it's very spicy and flavorful. And
Yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah, it's a really nice
Interesting.
whiskey. Yeah.
Well, good for you for putting this on. And how much are tickets for the event?
They're $45.
Okay, and where can people get them?
They can get them at Feather Your Nest,
Okay.
and they're also supplying our gourmet chocolates for the event.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. I'm gonna have to clear my schedule for January the 23rd, coming down here to Memorable Moments. Thank you so much, Bill.
Oh, my pleasure.
Looking forward to getting down there and enjoying that. It's going to be a great time, right? So if you've never done it before, it's a great reason to get out and try something new. And of course, all you whiskey connoisseurs are going to want to check this out as well. We're going to go back to the studio now and give you all that information on how you can get down here.
Well, Bill Frank's very passionate about his whiskey. Had a nice chat with Bill after we turned the camera off, some more about whiskey, and he knows his stuff, and that's probably why he is the chairman of the Canadian College for Whiskey Knowledge. Thank you so much, Bill, and looking forward to this event coming to Memorable Moments once again this Saturday, January the 23rd. Tickets only $45, and Bill, I will do my best to pop in and try some of that great Canadian whiskey. Thanks again. We'll see you there, Bill. All right, well, now going out into the community, mental health is not necessarily something we like to talk about, but it is an issue that's happening in many communities, and there is help available out there, and we're just thinking that maybe not everybody knows these services are available, and that's why we're going to talk to Kathy McFarland from Blue Water Health. She's got all the information and talks about the services that are available right here in Sarnia Lambton. Let's go out into the community to Blue Water Health and talk to Kathy McFarland. This community segment is brought to you by AG Event Graphics. Visit them online at askguy.ca.
This week in the community, we're here at Blue Water Health in Sarnia, and there's always a need for medical needs in any community, but we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that are available here in Sarnia. And joining us, Kathy McFarland. Thank you so much for being here, Kathy.
My pleasure.
Now, tell everybody your title, because I wouldn't be able to get it right.
Sure. I'm the Director of the Mental Health and Addiction Services here
Okay.
at Blue Water Health.
Right. So tell us a little bit about your role then.
So I'm really the business director administering those programs, responsible to them, and then that flows up to a vice president level and on and upwards to the CEO and board.
Right. Okay. So share some of the services that are available then to the public.
Absolutely. We have a crisis service that responds 24 hours, 7 days a week to the emergency department.
Okay.
We have a mental health inpatient unit, 27-bed unit for those who are acutely unwell, so it's a short-term stabilization unit. We also have outpatient services, both broadly the addictions service, I would say, but
Okay.
it ranges from harm reduction, people thinking about reducing or lessening their harm to substances,
see.
all the way through to thinking about abstinence, recovery, counseling, and residential treatment. We can facilitate that move
Right.
to residential treatment.
It's nice to hear, that that's available. But one of the things I heard in there was counseling, and it's not always just the person involved, but the families attached to that
Absolutely.
person. Is that available to the families as well?
Absolutely. There are family support groups and so forth, and we're actually looking to grow that support for families because we think it is important. And we see that across the system, that oftentimes the critical support network
Yeah.
for people that maintains their wellness are families.
Yeah, right. And let's be honest here too. It's an awkward. It's kind of a label thing, mental health, right? So that
Yes.
is that being overcome?
I think so. I mean, we had Clara Hughes here, if you recall,
Yeah.
and her presence really kind of brought the whole issue of stigma to our organization in just an exciting way. And she really sort of mesmerizes us and the whole issue of stigma. And I think Dan's one of these local community heroes
Yeah.
that forges through. So it makes it so exciting for us.
What's you really obviously are excited about Dan Everest. Get a little more into how you think Dan's going to contribute to all this.
Well, first, I think his story is inspiring. When I met Dan, I was taken by how positive, how inspirational and energetic he is around the work he's doing and what he can do. And this is a person that never thinks about the glass half empty.
No.
And he just sort of. He's really inspiring to be
I was going
around.
to say he's inspiring because you know, when you do know his story, you just go, how can somebody be that positive, right? You know, but he just is.
It's terrific. I mean, in my past life as a clinician, I worked with folks that had quadriplegia, paraplegia, and it really is so central to how people sort of take opportunity and make it positive or not.
Yeah.
And Dan is just. You can't escape the fact that he inspires you, that his presence is in the room.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Kathy McFarland, thank you so much for sharing your time here today and talking with us. We're going to go back to the studio now and talk more about all the things that are available here at Blue Water Health. And we're going to tell you how you can see a specific and special spotlight interview on Dan Edwards. Let's go back to the studio.
Well, mental health issues definitely happening throughout many communities, but these services available here in Sarnia, Lambton at Blue Water Health. Thank you, Kathy McFarland, for sharing all that information. And if you'd like to know more, there's a website on the screen for you to go to as well and check it all out. As Kathy also mentioned, Dan Edwards is working on a project with Blue Water Health, and we will have a special spotlight interview coming out later this week that we've had with Dan Edwards, so looking forward to that. Thank you again, Kathy, for sharing all the information, and look forward to meeting you again soon. All right, well, you need a roomie? You want one? You need one? Guess what? There's an app for that too. But let's go and talk to the guy that knows all about it. This is Apps with Mark Russell.
Thanks, Dave. Need a roommate? Your parents don't count. This week we look at Roomie on Apps with Mark Russell. Depending on your outlook, finding a roommate can be a terrible experience. But then again, living with one can be the opposite of a picnic in a park. And it all comes down to finding the right person to live with. Roomie makes it easy to find and connect with compatible roommates. Currently, the app is limited to just a handful of US cities, but developers state that more are on their way. With Roomie, if you're the person listing the room, you can showcase the different amenities it has to offer, like Wi-Fi, doorman, gym, etc. And that way people searching for a place to live know what they're getting. The app feeds you the most recent listings first, so you always see the newest rooms available. And you can even do a search for a roommate using criteria like personal interest and living preferences to make sure you get the best possible match. The in-app messaging makes it safe and easy to chat with potential roommates. Connect Roomie with Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram to create your social profile and update your preferences. Whether you're renting out an extra room or searching for a place to stay, Roomie is the first mobile app that makes searching easy. Roomie is available for free on Android. This has been Apps with Mark Russell.
I don't know where he finds them, but he keeps doing it every week. Mark Russell is here with a new app review every week. Thanks so much, Mark. Talk to Mark by sending him an email to info@markrussellsarnia.com. And check out some more of his reviews, 86 in all to date. They're available online at thevideoshownetwork.com or tvsn.ca. Thanks, Mark, and as always, look forward to seeing what you got for us here next week. Well, if you like to laugh, hilariously laugh, you're going to want to get your ticket to see Jeff Leeson and Friends coming to Comedy Night at the Station Music Hall this Saturday, January the 23rd. Starts at 7 o'clock. Hilarious. The Jeff Leeson guy has got his own show, The Jeff Leeson Show. It's on Facebook. Gets hundreds of thousands of views every week, so go check him out. He's been on the show here 2 or 3 times before. I can't get on his show. I don't know why. I have asked him several times. I've tweeted him. I have more followers on Twitter than he does. I don't know why. So, Jeff Leeson, I want to be on your show. So, I am coming to the Jeff Leeson Show, bringing some friends, and you can get down there too. Once again, tickets only $5 for this. And I will publicly ask Jeff Leeson if I can be on his show, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. He might say no. You're probably going to make fun of me. Anyway, the Jeff Leeson Show this Saturday at the Station Music Hall. Speaking of the Station Music Hall, I will also be doing a live broadcast every Wednesday night for Wicked Wednesdays, college nights, fun nights, whatever you want to call it. They're calling it Wicked Wednesday. So keep an eye out on tvsn.ca or on our Facebook fan page, TVSN World, and the show Sarnia for the live broadcast. Wow, that's a lot to talk about, but that's all the time I got for you this week. Have a great week and an even better weekend, and I will see you next time right here in the show. Bye-bye for now.